Okay, both sides are ready. We see on the blue team we have We Are Suck, and first band is Swain.
Very strong mid-game champion. Going to be able to put out a lot of AoE CC and damage. Very, very strong band. Sicilian offense's first band.
Excuse me, the name is actually Suck Our Us. Dr. Mundo band.
It's again
Very fast Annie.
high-powered jungler.
And the bands are picking up. Annie Zed Gragas.
Seems that these last three bands have been very high priority, 100 to 0. Zed's ultimate death mark, providing a lot of scariness for the carries of the other team.
And Super Saiyan Pikachu locks in Lee Sen, a jungler he's well known for.
Renekton pickup by Fearmaster. They're probably going into the top lane.
Styx still deciding.
Contemplating his options, considering that the team compositions have not been fleshed out very far yet.
On a Mumu hover.
Very high team fight priority champion.
And a quick switch to Vi.
Switching from the AoE CC to a single target lockdown, Vi is going to be an incredibly scary thought for this vane that Bowser has just picked. The Akali hover going to cause it. He's still considering all of his options. If only. The Shimada pickup. Potentially going top lane since they already had the Lee Sin. But Lee Sin is also
a well-known top lane.
And a mid laner even recently. Bobo has very popularized that.
A fast Jinx Sona combination.
Could be going for the Zap and him with Valor Hope. It's a very potent combination of blocking. And the G-Prof is going to lock in Thresh. Once again, that's very heavy lockdown and utility coming in from one champion makes it a very sought after pick. Players thinking of a mid laner to go along with this composition.
Not knowing who he's up against, though, he could potentially be counterpicked. And Ziggs.
Very safe AoE. It's very, very difficult to counterpick Ziggs. Let's see what Dr. Kevorkian thinks about that statement.
Cassidy. Interesting.
So that mobility is going to be quite deadly in the mid game. Lots of roaming potential for the 6-second lift block.
Not to mention his silence, which will render Ziggs unable to escape for a period of time, something Ziggs heavily relies on.
Still hovering over the Cassidy pick, not quite sure if he wants it or not. Could switch at the last second, but the timer is going to lock it in for it.
Cassidy comes through. A minute to determine if there are any trades. So far, there haven't been any.
Seems that everyone has gotten the champion that they wanted. So still waiting for the free period to be over to discuss the summer spells pickups and team compositions. Actually, we can go ahead and discuss the team compositions
I
and
think
leave
so.
the summers for later. What do you think that the Sicilian offense is going to have going for them with this team composition of 5, Renekton, Jinx, Sona, and Cassidy?
Well, I think they have a very dive-heavy team focused around Vi and Cassidon, but also having Sona to follow up, potentially with her Flash Crescendo. And once Renekton, Fearmaster 93 gets involved, they can turn a dance into a fight very quickly. On the other hand, we have Suck or Us, with Lee Sin having the dive potential, Shyvana having dive potential, and Thresh also having the potential to dive. So both are very dive-heavy teams. And if Vi Styx X24 was to build beefier, both teams have a considerable amount of beef, with Suck or Us coming ahead by a little bit, in my opinion.
So this is going to come down to who gets the better engage, and if possible, who can disengage the best after a failed engage. See, Vayne and Jinx having generally the same scalability into late game. It's going to be very interesting to see these two duke it out once it gets a little bit farther past the mid game.
And seeing as we are in the delay, I'm going to go ahead and remove the blocks over the summoner spells.
So we see Vayne taking the cleanse into lane. It's going to be very useful for against the lockdown of Vi, Jinx, and Sona, and even the silence and stun of Cassidon and Renekton. It's going to be a very smart pickup considering the CC that she's up against with the enemy team. Everyone else taking relatively standard summoner spells into lane. Only with Ziggs optioning, instead of taking Ignite into lane, is going to take Barrier. Also of note, Thresh taking Ignite so that Sona doesn't get off a last heal onto either her or Jinx when a kill is about to be secured.
In terms of AD to AP ratio, how do you think these teams stand?
Let's see. Well, Lee Sin, Shyvana, and Vayne all deal quite a bit of attack damage with their skills. Ziggs coming up and bringing relatively all of the AP damage with a little bit of Shyvana's burnout and flame breath to tack onto that. Purple team has a finer balance of AD and AP, with Vi and Jinx bringing in a lot of the AD, as well as Sona and Cassidon coming in with a lot, and especially those new support income items. Sona could be a force to be reckoned with in the late game with those low cooldowns. Pardon me.
I see some shoutouts for Skin Intimidation. All right. Well, now that Bowser's loaded in, we see a Dragon Fist Lee Sin, Dragon Slayer Vayne, and Pool Party Ziggs, 3 on the side of Suck or Us.
Shyvana's got to be really uncomfortable sitting right next to that Dragon Slayer Vayne.
That's very true. And Officer Vi and Mafia Jinx. So, we see that the skin intimidation goes to Suck R Us.
I don't know, Todd. I think you might be underestimating Mafia Jinx just a little bit.
Think so?
It's very sought after skin.
I
One
don't
of my
know.
favorites, actually.
I'm leaning towards that Dragon Fist Lee Sin.
No taste, this guy. No taste.
And I believe my sound is off, so... Is it? It is. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit more enjoyable for the viewers. Okay. Both teams off to a good start. And we see that Dr. Okay, there he goes. He's on the move. We see some pings going out across the map.
Looks like Suck R Us is coming in for a blue invade. They're gonna make it in. They're gonna make it in time to make it into that brush unnoticed. Full team invade Sicilian. Offense is going to have to be quite defensive right now if they don't want to get caught out.
Oh,
They know what's happening. They're trying to ink around towards that side.
and currently if Sucker Us was to invade, they would have a 5-on-3 advantage. Oh, okay, G Prophet's hook barely misses. Bowser gets out a couple of attacks. And Pikachu
Lee Sin
gets a
takes a
dive.
tower. Lee Sin takes a tower shot, as well as Vayne. In the middle, the soft mid lane banter comes out.
It looks as if Fearmaster and Styx are still planning on grabbing this blue, though. And Sucker Us also intends to get it. With both sides being warded, it looks as if both sides are backing off. Here we go, a lane swap. Jinx and Sona going top.
And a very wise decision is Shyvana's early game 2v1 potential is very low.
And we see some heavy zoning coming on from SO Revise, my mistake.
See, engagement down at the bot lane. My bad, I thought I saw it. Renekton is still helping Vi.
Well, he knows that the minion wave is going to be pushed to his tower, and it looks as if he's going to embrace that. Whereas it looks
Shyvana
as if our
getting
top
a
lane is
little
having
bit-
some difficulty.
I think that this strategy is definitely in the Sicilian offense's favor. Shyvana's 2v1 potential is vastly undercut whenever, especially early when she doesn't have a proper wave clear.
And we see
Renekton's sustain is going to help him against all that poke. Shyvana might not be. Hopefully Shyvana can survive this early game and become the late game monster that we all know that she is.
And we see that middle, Blair playing Ziggs, has a lot of health but not much mana, and Dr. Kaukoian, has a medium amount of both. It looks as if Blair might be controlling this lane right now with his ranged poke. And it looks as if the Doctor is having to back off.
Lee Sin trying to come in for an invade on Vi's red.
Sticks in, double buffed. Oh, and Blair manages to jump away.
Lee Sin trying to come in and relieve some of the pressure. And the double trap.
Very nicely executed.
Trying to get that last minute kill with the Ignite. Vi comes in for a counter gate, takes a lot of damage.
3v2 on top. But with Super Saiyan Pikachu having his diving potential and high burst damage, it looks as if Purple Side is getting a little bit worried.
Side backing off just a little bit. Cassidy has to go back in the middle and get poked down just quite a bit. Renekton's still being pushed to his tower, with Bane getting a lot of grief on him.
And we can see that both the G-Prophet and Bowser have a level advantage over Queen Monster.
The auto attack reset gives a Silver Bolt proc true damage percent onto the Renekton, setting it quite low.
G-Prophet taking some damage from tower.
Very aggressive play. Currently it seems as though Sicilian offense's tower may be the first to fall if Jinx doesn't make a play at the top lane.
And we do see that the top lane is also pushing the tower now. Although it looks as if Shyvana seems to be on an equal playing field in terms of levels with the Sicilian offense.
They're doing a great job to not get zoned too hard by this 2v1 on the top lane. In position to try and get this main.
Although it looks as if the G-Prophet realizes it with the lantern, Bowser rolls out of the way, dodging the attack. Some pings on top going off, perhaps signaling wards.
And just in time.
Oh, Super Saiyan's kick collides. Oh, a failed flash. And the traps again. A very nice escape.
Nailing those corners quite efficient. Could this be a kill? The flash comes out from Shyvana. First blood on the top lane.
Very nicely done. 6.5 minutes again at first blood. And it looks as if Revise is okay. Having to burn his flash, Revise survived by getting under tower.
Bowser gets a kill in the bot lane.
Oh, and that was a close one. He just barely got out. We see G-Prophet coming around. Perhaps a bait?
Fortunately
on
for Sicilian.
The hook collides. Whoa,
yeah,
very nicely done.
An unofficial double for Bane. That's going to be very scary going into the mid-game, allowing Bane to get more items. Blade of the Ruin can attack much faster. It's going to be very scary for Sicilian offense.
And we see that both bot and top lane on the Sicilian offense are now at risk of falling. And death happens on top. Very quickly done in a fight under the tower.
See Ziggs being pushed out by the post-6 burst of Dr. Carporian. Pushing out that wave and going to back to base so that he is at a disadvantage when Ziggs comes back to lane. This blue buff is going to be very scary at casting. Lee just now doing his buff rotation. I could possibly make the blue when she gets around to it.
Low mana, it would definitely help. Will she be fast enough though? With Super Saiyan Pikachu coming around potentially for his blue as well. And he's wrapping around going to mid.
Trying to push this wave out before. Nope. It
we see some damage done.
It looks like Lee Sin is going to try and make a gutsy play for Vi's red.
And Styx has it warded, so he is aware of Pikachu coming in and has to retreat. Player here, and Styx knows it by the ward. Oh, and the damage. Oh, and it looks as if Styx got caught up in the bush. But Blair falls, and the red is passed back to Sicilian offense.
The red buff transfer is complete back onto Cassidy. That's going to be very scary for Ziggs in the mid lane, especially since he missed out on experience when he went back to base a couple of minutes ago, and now he's going to miss out on a lot of experience. Cassidy trying to come in with that red buff, trying to make a play on top lane. Rip off his line, and he looks like he wants to escape. Very gutsy play by the Renekton, trying to lock him down so that he can put out some damage.
And Fearmaster's just having a difficult time in that 2v1 situation. He's hit 6, but Bowser and G-Profit are working so in sync that it's very difficult for him to find an opportunity.
Highly aggressive blocking in this one between the lockdown and the pressure and true damage coming out from that. It's just so hard to deal with in a 2v1 situation.
And neither Bowser nor G-Profit seem too worried about taking a few tower shots, partially because of the barrier from G-Profit's Lantern.
He's putting out some damage onto mid.
Indeed.
And it looks like the Sicilian offense is going to go and switch back for a man so that we can get some well-deserved easy pawn against the solo Shyvana.
And it looks as if we have an early dragon, Super Saiyan Pikachu going for it, and the rest of his team coming to back him up. There's no Warzone Dragon. I don't think the Sicilian offense realizes that they took it so quickly.
That bot lane pressure is going to go very much in favor of Sakara. The unfortunate flash, and Lee Sin follows the Rift Wall with the resounding strike.
Sakara succeeds in taking down the first middle tower. They are now 2 towers ahead. And a dragon. The goal difference at 5k at only 11.5 minutes in. They're making great time, and Fearmaster has reset back to top.
Shyvana missing the flame breaths. Renekton has to slice and dice out.
We're seeing a lot of bruising going on top.
Renekton just very happy to pick up the CS that he missed for so long on life. Soda here in the mid lane to try and put pressure on the Ziggs, trying to get that tower. Renekton, the Bilgewater Cutlass comes out. Renekton manages to get the dice off and disengage from Shyvana. It's going to put the Bilgewater Cutlass on cooldown. Renekton may be in trouble. Shyvana warding up, knows she wants to be aggressive, doesn't want to get caught out. Shyvana thinking about getting aggressive on Renekton in the top lane. And the fight comes out. Slice
Fearmaster having to dice away. You see Erler having some poke, trying to get Renekton down, maybe setting up for a tower dive. That tower is getting lower and lower.
See Vi coming in with ward.
Player getting the kill off on Dr. Kevorkian.
Just too much sustained damage from Acid and handle. Crescendo comes out,
His soul revives, but G-Profit manages to dodge it, and Bowser rolls out of the way.
Great condemn. Great condemn from Vayne setting up that kill.
A beautiful combo with Fleo roaming towards bot so that he could get his ult out. Very nicely done.
Renekton doing a very good job of defending this top tower, even while Soda sustains.
And keep in mind
and the
that
base damage from Shyvana. The burnout trail plus the AoE is a little bit too much for Renekton to handle. That top tower is going down sometime soon.
And Shyvana has a considerable lead right now on Renekton. You have to keep in mind that Shyvana has a Bilgewater Cutlass and the Cloth Armor, as well as a 60 CS lead, and now an additional 2 kills and assist. Renekton has picked up some level 2 boots, Ninja Tabi, and some more armor, but he's still fairly behind the Shyvana.
By looking for more armor and attack speed based on Andre's rating.
We see a second tower go down mid, and a beautiful root wall.
The hook on Sona comes in.
Oh, Revise goes down. G-Prophet flashes back in. Says, I haven't taken enough yet.
G-Prophet almost getting taken out by that Mega Death Rocket.
Very close.
I wouldn't be surprised if G-Prophet didn't have a potion ticking the entire fight just for that purpose. Shyvana finds Vi, putting in a lot of percent health. Shyvana can't take 2v1 if she knows it, she disengages. With that Blade of the Ruined King, Shyvana is definitely going to be trying to take a lot more 1v1 liberties. Trying to shy away from any 2v1s that she can.
The G-Prophet almost taken down, but not quite.
Thresh's innate tanking is just a little bit too much to handle. That passive damnation is a little bit too strong. Oh, Ziggs doesn't pick up the blue buff.
And there it goes.
Vi crossing over a ward as she goes to clear raids.
And we see a lot of wards on the map right now. Right now, visibility is very important, and we see that the Sicilian offense is defensively warded, but also does have a few scattered wards somewhat far out.
Trying to keep track of those rotations that come out so that they can properly push out the lanes.
Very nice.
Very heads up play. Bowser gets another kill on the bot lane.
Oh! The G-Prophet here to play cleanup, and he gets the kill.
And the red buff transfer on the Thresh. That's going to be very scary moving forward. Tanky range support, just constantly putting out a dot and slow.
And G-Prophet does have a considerable amount of kills and assists. 305 right now. And he's getting beefy.
It's a very, very impressive.
We see Erler spending a lot of time in the jungle. Maybe trying to ward off this Vi. Maybe that is the thought process. A fight ensues, but Fearmaster is still very behind. Almost falls. And
when the dive comes out, Shyvana just so innately tanky with that Ninja Tabi and her passive giving her added protection.
We see Arlo getting caught out a little bit.
It's all but Shyvana ult.
Oh!
And it looks like Cassidy dies in Ignite. Very heads up play by Thresh to get his teammate out of here. Ziggs still trapped.
Oh.
Lee Sin coming in. Lee Sin body blocking for the Ziggs. Very nice. Jumping onto Sona.
Won't let anyone escape.
The blue team double kill on Lee Sin. Very good positioning by himself and Ziggs to allow them to survive that fight. They're going to continue pressuring top tower while two members of this offense are on cooldown.
And we see that Suckarus now has a 15 kill advantage as well as an almost 15k advantage. 18.5 minutes in. Right now they have a considerable advantage, and the G-Prophet will not let Fearmaster do anything. He's still stuck in the 40s on CS without a single kill or assist. They will not let him down.
That Renekton is just crying right now.
It hurts to be in that situation.
Very much so. I've been in that situation much myself. Pressure on the mid-turn. Jinx gets hooked.
Oh no,
no
okay.
Initiation. He decides against it. They're going to back off from the 5v3.
And that might have been wise, because even though they are very ahead, it would have been 3 against 5. They would have been outnumbered. They do not want to throw their edge right now. They're playing it very cautiously and taking what they know they can get.
Still pressuring the lane. Bane's going down the bot to put some pressure on there as well. Sona seems to be caught out just slightly. Thresh and Lee Sin rotating.
Suckarus coming up top. It looks as if they're going in for Fearmaster and Revise, trying to separate them. Revise has only managed to pick 1 CS. They are camping him very hard, not letting him do anything, not letting him get caught up. They do not want him to be a part of this game. And Bowser holding his own with massive sustain. And there's the dive. Here comes the second dive.
Very, very rough plays for Sicilian offense. They trying to get out the damage, but Jinx and Vi just provide too much lockdown for her to tumble out of, especially without her ultimate.
Bowser goes just a little bit too far under tower fire, and they do manage to shut him down.
Purple team's turret.
Fortunately, it seems that the cleanse never went off in that fight. Otherwise, I believe Bowser would have probably used it. Ziggs putting out a little bit of damage on the mid turret.
And we see Sakura steals the red, not even letting Sicilian offense get caught up in their own jump.
Shyvana throwing down the smack talk. And Cassidy just jumps right on top of Ziggs and makes him remember why Cass is very often the first man champion. Lee Sin goes just a little crazy, thinks he can get in, the exhaust comes out. Will he be able to safeguard out?
Yes, he will.
Super Mega Death Rocket
goes.
Will it hit Cassidy?
And
it's just a
so close.
It seems that we have made a mistake. Jinx was actually aiming for Lee Sin.
Earlier, we saw two members here, and it went right by him. A very close ultimate. It nearly hit. Although it was coming from the direction, Jax and I both were confused as to which side it was coming from.
It would have been a very, very touch and go play to make that kind of Mega Death Rocket connect.
And the G-Prophet going in even though he missed his hook. And he's getting off some good damage. We see that Suckeros has a pink near Baron. Maybe they're setting themselves up for it.
Ziggs picking up his third blue buff of the game. See Ziggs putting out his ultimate on the top lane to help clear that out pressure. Crescendo comes out. Vi gets caught out too fast, and both Vi and Sona goes. Shyvana's still going in for it.
Error indeed.
Lee Sin going in, and the flash comes out from Jinx. They're going to disengage from that. Vayne almost walking into the flame charmers. Just look like they're gonna take this tower pretty damaged.
The final mid tower falls, and it looks as if the inhibitor is about to fall.
Super Mega Death Rocket on Shyvana. Shyvana just too tanky.
Close.
Too tanky, having a Sunfire Cape plus her and maintain this. It's a little bit too much even for the execute. Lee Sin going in, taking connected away. Dominus comes out. Fearmaster goes down to the Vayne true damage props. Vi a little bit low. Vayne trying to get in. They're condemned onto the Nexus.
Sakuras is pushing hard. Some of their teammates are low though.
Cassidy about to follow this up. Rift Walk may come out. Another Rift Walk may come out soon. The slow
Bowser wanting out, but
and the
G-Prophet throws the hook, gets him out of there. Oh, is this another engage?
Oh, they're thinking about it. They're condemned, but
it shuts down Vayne. Erler still survives 2v1, but so tanky. It is now a 3v1.
Proving almost too much for Vi, but it stopped just in time. Soda actually picking up a double kill. It's better on her than on no one.
And we see the Sicilian offense is top pushing, gonna get some damage out on this tower and maybe even take it, which would be very helpful because this would be the first tower that they've taken so far and would give them a little more wiggle room in terms of jungle maneuverability. Although it looks as if Blair is coming to stop it and decides he really wants that tower to live.
When you're this far ahead, you want to tighten moves as much as possible and give the opposing team as many wiggle room as possible. See, it looks like it's gone back to a farm game for Sicilian offense.
Slay the dragon.
Sicilian offense being put back on the defensive. And engage comes out. The hook crescendo, two-person crescendo. Looks like Thresh may go down to that. Due to the 5v3, Vayne locks down.
Wow. Bowser getting some good damage out, but... Oh!
And Bowser picks up the kill, tries to flash away, but Jinx is just slightly too fast.
We see Blair coming in. Is he okay? Maybe anticipating some people coming into the jungle, but they back off. They're playing very defensively, not pushing their luck right now. And Dr. Kevorkian does not want to fight this.
Shyvana is just a little bit too tanky. You can't really jump onto somebody that won't die in one hit. As Cassidy is rather squishy to AD. Fogging up a rather good bot lane defense from Sicilian offense. Quite ironically, provides them a little bit of breathing room, but it's still a 15k difference. Shyvana's pushing out the top lane to put pressure there. Cassidy and Vi coming up to see if they can stop her. Shyvana disengages from that. Renekton's still having a lot of trouble farming. Still 0-6-2.
And this 15,000 is a big lead for Suck or Us, Suck or Us, but the Sicilian offense is doing a really good job making sure that that lead doesn't get any bigger, which is very impressive whenever there's a big difference like this. We see die.
The crescendo misses, unfortunately. They may not be able to chase this any further.
We see that the Baron fighting is completely stopped, and Super Saiyan Pikachu falls.
Just slightly too much damage. The Rift Walk out of the ultimate.
Fearmaster falls. And a beautiful flash. Player's balloon manages to hit him.
Blue buff transfers back to Ziggs. Vayne pushing out very hard on that bot turret with nobody there to defend. Cassidy and Sona coming in to see what they can do.
Bowser starting a fight even though Revise is there. And we can see why. He does a lot of damage and G-Prophet comes in just in time for Bowser to pick up the kill.
Very heads up play. The true damage, will it be enough? No, Vayne decides to disengage off of that.
Fearmaster trying to get involved. He's finished his Sunfire Cape. He gets in the middle of it.
Vayne tries to cleanse the CC that Renekton has put out on Thresh, and Super Mega Death Rocket is a little bit too much. Vayne goes down, but so does Renekton. It's a lot of bursts coming out. Ziggs Jinx just didn't know how to handle it.
And we see Blair Zonia's to reduce the damage done to him. Looked as if it was a close battle.
Unfortunately, the whale deals just a little bit too much for Ziggs. Ziggs to try and kill Cassidy. And it looks like the crescendo.
As does Blair, though. Errler still in the base. It's currently a 2v1 near the tower, and it looks as if he's retreating. And it doesn't look as if anyone's following. Super Saiyan Pikachu on top, pushing that tower, but Dr. Kevorkian, I'm still having trouble pronouncing that. It's a very cool name, though, is there to stop him. And we see that even though the Sicilian offense has been pushed into the base, there's still a lot of aggressive counter-warding coming from Suck or Us. possibly in anticipation for this Baron. Although it doesn't look as if they've realized that the Baron is warded by the Sicilian offense. Will we see an attempt to steal it?
Cassidy setting up for it. Refreshing the warp with his own table.
It's about to fall.
Cassidy's looking for it.
Oh,
and
so
almost with the steal, but
close.
it's very hard to out-damage that
Shut
smite.
down.
And it looks like all 5 members of Suck RS are going to pick up the Baron.
Now with the 20,000 gold advantage, they're advancing. It looks as if maybe they want to finish. They do have 2 inhibitors.
2 inhibitors, 2 streams of super minions pushing in. They're going to try and tighten the nukes and finish it on this push.
Right now it's a 4v4, but we do have Blair coming in, and we have to keep in mind his ult. Is that up right now? Let's see. I'll jump back to the fight. I didn't mean to jump over there. And it is! There it goes.
There goes Spearmaster 93, goes down. The upfront tankiness is greatly diminished.
We see
Blair with the
Revives
burst on
fall.
Suck. It looks like this
Hurricane's still going for Bowser, their primary damage dealer. Oh! The only one left is Styx in the base. Hey, lures
And the
Blair
traps.
in there. Lures G-Profit in there.
Team double kill.
Although it doesn't look like Styx can get enough pressure out to really push this out. Some damage on Bowser. He's gonna have to if he wants to do any damage. Oh, he manages to push Araler into the well. So close, but not enough as the Super Minions come in. And this is game. Suckaros wins a great match. Victory.
Villain 5 has earned MVP for that. Ult knocking Shyvana into the well.
The Bates. An exciting end to tonight's matches. Our first victory went to Frack the Piltovers, and our second went to Suck R Us. Looking back at this game, Jackson, what did Suck R Us do very well that got them this advantage and win?
Just so much early pressure. Definitely going to have to be pressuring that lane swap coming in from Sicilian offense to such a degree with Thresh and Vayne. Sicilian offense just they didn't take that enough into account when they called for the lane swap. Vayne got a couple of kills, and that true damage off of the attack speed is just so much. It makes her into such a late game monster. They did do well towards the end game. They definitely staved off what was nearing a 20k gold lead, and that is very impressive by itself.
Very impressive. I think another method of play that I found to be very interesting was Suck R Us's unrelenting pressure on Fearmaster. He was behind from the 2v1 lane, and when he went back top, they did not let up pressure. And throughout the rest of the entire game, he was only able to get 30 CS and pick up 2 kills and 3 assists.
Indeed.
They really kept his gold behind, limiting his ability to help out in the team fights. Very impressive.
Suck R Us's strategy from the get-go must have been, we're going to make this into a 4v5, and we're going to take it from there.
Very nicely done.